Why is this lunchbox empty? Anna practically stumbled her way inside. Chairman, please let me explain. It was Lucy. Before Anna could finish, the chairman slammed the lunchbox onto the floor, his face dark with anger. Explain what? Do you know how important today's partnership is to the company, and you're fooling me with a few empty boxes? Is this how your company treats clients? Anna's face went pale and she immediately pointed at me. Chairman, this has nothing to do with me. I didn't order these meals. It was that intern named Lucy. I told her yesterday to get everything ready, but somehow she bought a bunch of empty lunch boxes. Really? Mr. Tom, Chairman, I'm the intern in charge of this reception. These empty boxes were indeed delivered because of me, but I was forced into doing this. Lucy! Anna screamed and rushed right up to me. Are you insane? Do you even know what you're saying? The chairman looked furious, but he held back in front of the client. So you're saying you did this on purpose? Wow, an intern with that kind of nerve. Your company really opened my eyes today. Mr. Tom, this girl looks honest, but she's actually full of schemes. Yesterday, I only asked her to prepare the reception meals, and she used some personal grudge to take revenge on the company. Someone like her doesn't deserve to stay here. Manager Anna, since you say I was taking revenge on the company, then let me ask you this. Why was such an important business reception handed to an intern like me? Hearing that, Anna's face changed instantly. What do you mean? I slowly unfolded the receipt. Manager Anna, didn't I tell you the total cost of the order was way beyond what I could afford? And what did you say back then? You told me to pay first and get reimbursed by finance later. But now I don't have a penny left. What does you being broke have to do with the company? This was your job. My job? I turned to the chairman and gave a cold laugh. Then I'd like to ask the chairman, is paying out of pocket for the company part of my job too? The conference room fell silent. I've been interning here for 3 months, and this wasn't the first time Manager Anna made me pay up front. Whenever my coworkers asked me to order food, they never gave me money. They all told me to pay first and get reimbursed after my internship ended. I believed them, so I paid for 3 months. I kept every single record, who ordered what, how much it cost, and when they made me pay. I saved it all. Are you saying your team's daily meal expenses have been paid by you personally this whole time? That's right. Yesterday I went to finance, and Lily told me the company's meal allowance had already been sent to everyone's salary cards on time every month. There was never any second reimbursement. In other words, for the past 3 months, they collected the company's meal allowance while making me pay for them. Lucy, stop talking nonsense here. You wanted to act like a people pleaser. None of us ever forced you. You never forced me? Then when I said yesterday that I had no money, who told me her opinion counted for 40% of my full-time evaluation? Who told me that if anything went wrong with this reception, I could forget about staying at the company? And who knew I could barely even pay rent, but still dumped this important reception on me? I admit I had these empty boxes delivered because I really couldn't afford it anymore. I only had a few $dozen left in my bank account, and my landlord was already chasing me for rent yesterday. If I kept paying, I wouldn't even have a place to live next month. Chairman, I know today's occasion is important, and I know what I did could cause serious consequences, but I was truly pushed to the edge. I'm an intern making less than $5,000 a month, and more than $10,000 has already been drained from me in 3 months. If I didn't make everyone see it this way, no one would ever care about what I had to say. The chairman's grim expression clearly softened a little. He said nothing. Then he looked at Anna. Is what she said true? Chairman, don't listen to her one-sided story. She didn't do her job properly, and now she's pushing all the blame onto me. If you don't believe me, you can ask around. There are so many people here. Who can prove she's telling the truth? I can prove it. As soon as those words fell, someone stepped out from the crowd. Anna, your team's meal allowance was paid on time every month, yet you still made an intern pay out of pocket. Lily, you... Chairman, these are the records I pulled up yesterday when Lucy came to finance for reimbursement. The sales team's meal allowance has been paid on time for the past 3 months. In other words, everything this intern said is true. The moment she said that, the conference room froze. The chairman flipped through the documents, his face getting darker and darker. The next second, he slammed the files onto the table. Anna, you'd better explain this clearly. I just thought we were all on the same team, so I asked her to cover it first. Cover it first? Maybe to you that money is just 1 month's salary, but to me it's rent, living expenses, and all the savings I had from 3 months of interning. I stared straight at her, while Anna kept her head down, not even daring to meet my eyes. So the problem isn't your company's reception, it's your company's management. A public company made an intern pay for a whole department's meals until she couldn't even afford rent, then threatened her with her full-time offer. Honestly, I really need to reconsider working with a company like this. Mr. Tom, please don't misunderstand. This is just an isolated case. It has nothing to do with the company. But Mr. Tom didn't even look at her. Secretary, get HR here right now. Chairman, that's not what happened. The chairman waved his hand. As a senior employee, you threatened an intern for a little personal gain. You've completely embarrassed this company. Chairman, I didn't threaten her. Oh, really? I recorded everything you said yesterday. Anna's face instantly turned pale, and she pointed at me, cursing. Lucy, you shameless little bitch, you actually recorded me? Lucy, don't say I didn't warn you. Your internship isn't over yet. On your full-time evaluation form, my opinion counts for up to 40%. And you call that not threatening her? No, Chairman, that was just normal communication. I didn't mean anything else. Anna, do you think everyone is as stupid as you? These are the sales team's meal allowance records for the past 3 months. Every payment went into each person's salary card on time. Nothing was missed. That means the money this intern paid wasn't company meal money at all. It was your team taking advantage of her for so long that you got used to it and refused to pay her back. As soon as that was said, the co-workers standing in the back all turned pale. One female co-worker quickly spoke up in a low voice. Lily, this has nothing to do with me. I only asked her to pick things up a few times. A few times, I looked straight at her and opened my notes app. Do you really have no idea how many coffees you asked me to bring you over these 3 months? Her whole face turned bright red. Seeing that, another coworker quickly tried to distance himself. You can't blame all of this on us, right? We're all on the same team. Isn't helping each other normal? I was so angry I laughed. Helping each other, right? I paid for you all for 3 months. Did any of you ever help me pay rent even once? After the chairman finished reading the documents, his face turned completely dark. Lucy, you said you paid more than $10,000 out of pocket over these 3 months. Yes, that's right. I handed him the summary sheet on my phone. A total of $13,954.50. I've organized everything. How dare you? Is your sales team treating this company like a flea market or treating an intern like an ATM?